All right, we're live. We are doing a question and answer this time around. Pretty exciting. I always like doing these. Right now, we're just waiting for the stream to start. We're waiting for people to jump in here. And I hope that I fixed my stream settings. I messed with some stuff. Um, I messed some stuff around, and I think it's for the better. I don't think I was messing it up in a negative way. So we'll see about it. I don't think there's a huge delay on the stream either, so hopefully there's not going to be a big difference between me answering questions and getting new ones. So exciting. Yeah, I think there's like a 10-second delay, 5 to 10 seconds. That's not bad. So right now, we'll just wait. I mentioned on my Facebook group, if you're watching this stream over, I mentioned on my Facebook group when I'm going to go live, there's a link down in the description if you want to go ahead and join the Facebook group. Pretty fun. I mean, people just post questions in there. I sometimes answer them, but really I just post when I'm about to stream, so that's what that's for. We're at 3 watching. Fantastic. I gotta see. Oh, it's all the way down there? Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry, I just saw my chat, guys. I didn't realize it was so far down here. Hey, what's up? Nice to see you guys. Hey, Ken. Hey, Emperor Picasso. What's up? Ken, when did you start drop shipping? I started drop shipping about a year and a half ago, and then have done a lot of different things with it since then. But yeah, a year and a half ago, I got on the drop shipping bandwagon. Got around 100 sales with IG influencers. Oh, hey, Raw Kid, what's up? That's awesome. Good job on getting 100 sales with IG influencers. So, what you can do with scaling that to Facebook is awesome because, well, so generally, one thing that I would recommend if you have a really, really good Instagram thing set up and you think you can do this for a while, if you get 1,000 purchases on your site, you can create a lookalike audience on Facebook, which is the best possible audience that you can create. That's awesome. So if you can get 1,000 sales, that's awesome. Now, with the 100 sales, what you can do is I'm imagining you had a lot of people visiting your store as well and not purchasing, because 100 sales, even if you're at like a 2% conversion rate, you're still going to have like a lot of visitors. So you could definitely do retargeting that way. Yeah, Steven, that's what I was about to say. Retarget for sure, people that viewed, maybe people that added to cart if you had a lot of people add to cart. But if you do have a really good IG influencer setup going, keep doing that and keep building up the data, because a lookalike audience is the absolute best thing that you can have for Facebook. Hey, Ashley, what's up? Nice to see you. Any advice for creating creative marketing a streetwear brand? Possibly something. Oh, Emperor, are you the one that purchased the personalized store review? If so, awesome. I saw your email, by the way. I'm going to reply to you. Don't think I'm ignoring you. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, I will get around to you. Fantastic. Any advice for creating a marketing or creative marketing a streetwear brand? Possibly something along the lines of Sunnyco. I wish I knew how to do Sunnyco. Like if I could recreate that, that would be absolutely fantastic. And I would not be here today. I would be off living it up in somewhere else. But I don't think so. I wouldn't aim for like a very viral marketing campaign like that. What I would aim for a streetwear brand is definitely just promoting a lifestyle. And I see this a lot with a lot of clothing brands, is they just kind of show the clothing and then that's it. But really, when you're selling a clothing brand, you need to promote a lifestyle behind it. So that's definitely what I'd recommend. And when I do your personalized store review, I'm going to give you some tips on that, show you how to do that. So don't worry about that. Bit for Byte, what's up, my man? I'm excited to see you start your journey. Definitely keep keeping me posted. Gold nuggets, clap, clap. Yes, sir. Is $7 a day good enough? Are you asking for the budget for an advertisement? If you are, it can work. I really can't say a blanket yes or no for that. $7 a day. is are you running PPE or conversion? Um, because if you're running a conversion ad, it doesn't matter how much money you're putting into it as long as you're getting enough conversions on that. So if $7 a day is getting you 50. Okay, website conversion. If it's getting you 50 conversions of your target that you're going for a week, then you're totally fine. If you're going for view contents and you're getting 50 of those a week off of $7 a day, which you totally should, that's totally fine. You can do that. Just know that you will get more information and your ad will actually optimize better and you'll just get better results if you do have a higher budget. But if you're really not sure about the product or you're not sure about the audience, $7 a day is totally fine. Even down to $5 a day is what I normally test with. Good question so far. I figured out something on that sale I made. I was wondering why no money went into my account, then realized Shopify deposits it. Yeah, Shopify has payouts. It's not an instant thing unless they pay through PayPal. So, um, yeah, that's interesting that you got a sale through LinkedIn, though. I've never heard that before. How do you have a following on LinkedIn? That's bizarre. Yeah, your top banner looks good, though. Andy, okay, good advice. It was a little bit loud in my last one. I'll definitely change that. I'm trying to find a better background song. If you guys have any recommendations, because I don't really like them with no music. It's kind of awkward and it keeps things flowing better. But if you can think of a better background song to do, um, you love it. Well, it's Nujavi's, and I hope I pronounced his name right. God rest his soul. I absolutely love his music. He's fantastic. Okay, let me answer some questions again. So Dan, hey Zach, I'm a college student balancing school, work, Shopify, and life in general. How do you schedule your days? Or do you schedule your days? Yeah, well, I have a general plan for things. I'm in the exact same situation with you, and I got to tell you, it's hard. I'm absolutely exhausted, especially this past month because we're coming up on finals. I got actually 2 exams next week, and then finals like a week or two after that. It's absolutely crazy. Then over summer, I have an internship. I'm taking a summer class, which is every day. It's crazy. Highly would recommend, yes, scheduling out your days, really planning what you're going to do for the day and the week. Definitely school is going to take a huge priority here if you're still in it. So know when your assignments are due and really focus on getting those done as soon as possible and then using that time to work on businesses and enjoying the rest of your life. But yeah, it does take a little bit of planning to do everything correctly. Do you always recommend starting with Instagram ads, or do you think it's a good idea to go straight into Facebook ads? Yeah, you can go straight into Facebook ads. There's no problem with that. I actually like Facebook. So generally what I'd like to do, and I'm actually starting up a store right now. First time I've said this. Yeah, Brennan and I are collaborating on a store right now because we wanted to do something a little bit fresh and new. Um, so you can start with Facebook ads, and they're actually pretty good to start with because of the fact that you can run the $5 PPE ads, try a bunch of different audiences, and make sure that your product is good. And you just got to find the right audience, or you can find out that your product sucks. Because if you have a crappy product and you run Instagram influencer ads for it, you're just going to waste a lot of money. So I would actually probably recommend running Facebook ads first. And I believe I do mention this in my course, running Facebook ads first in PPE just to make sure that you have a good product picture, and you have a good audience selected. And you can entirely skip out on influencers too. Really, they don't work for everybody, so you don't have to mess with them if you're getting bad juju. I would recommend trying them because you never know. But it's totally fine to just do Facebook. Okay. Um, my wife is like, WTF is that when I watch your videos? Hey, um, I guess that's good. I mean, yeah, shock value. It gets people noticed. Um, Dan, love your comments. Thank you. What are your thoughts on doing print on demand? It's nice to get some custom design items on my store, but costs are insane, especially considering I'm doing free shipping, adding costs into retail. Yeah, print on demand is fantastic. And the reason why is because it's custom, right? You can do something that's never been done before. You can tailor it to specific audiences, specific interests. It's absolutely fantastic. The profit margins are definitely up there, or they're definitely, the profit margins are tiny, is what I'm trying to say. Now you can charge more. You have to make your store look pretty damn premium to be able to charge a lot for print on demand. So, be careful with the pricing, but it can, I mean, a lot of stores do it. There's a store in my niche right now that does print on demand only, and they kill it, and they charge a lot, but they get a lot of sales. Just because people are really, really passionate about it, and the designs are, they're a little bit better than average. Like, they're really cringy. I would never consider wearing anything like it. But they do really well, and their prices are generally pretty high. So you can try it out. You'll be surprised at how much people are willing to spend. You just don't want to go a little too wild, right? Do you prefer having a IG? Ooh, it just jumped. IG influencer ad with the discount percent off on the pic, or just the pic itself? I always like just having the picture itself. In the caption, I mentioned the percent off, just because when you have like text like that, that's kind of salesy in the picture, it turns a lot of people off. So I would generally do that in the caption just so people are more drawn into it, right? But a good quality pic, yeah, leave it blank. I've seen some posts on Instagram that have a shop now on bottom. When you click it, it does not leave Instagram. It stays in there and has a checkout right there. Do you know how to do this? Um, I think I've seen this before. I haven't done this. Um, I'm not sure. It might be a new brand feature. I actually have to look into that because that's super, super interesting. I know obviously there's product tagging on Instagram. I do that myself, but I've never heard about checking out within Instagram. That's very bizarre. I'll look into that for sure. Tips on scaling. Do you recommend incrementally by like 10 to 20%, or going from like 5 to 10 then 25? Definitely incrementally. Otherwise, you'll screw up your optimization. So do 10 to 15% every 24 hours, and it should be good. Now, Facebook optimization isn't as finicky as people will lead you to believe. Like, it's a super, super complicated algorithm. It's not going to get thrown off that much because you jumped up the price from $10 to $20, right? People are hyping that up too much. But yeah, just to be on the safe side and to make sure that you're not just blowing a ton of money, it's definitely smarter to just do incrementally 10, 15, or up to 20% per every 24 hours. Maybe 48 just to see how it's optimizing as you go along. How much money do you feel comfortable starting with? I don't imagine 500 is serious enough. So I actually see this a lot, and I had this guy comment today, or contact me today, and what? I had this guy contact me today, and he's like, "Hey, I have like $50. How do I start a Shopify store?" And I'm like, "No, don't do that. Up to $500. It depends. Do you have $500 to play around with, or do you have $500 in your savings account?" If you have $500 just sitting around, you can definitely start seeing results with $500. If you have $500 like in your savings and that's all your extra money you have, don't mess around with it. No, it should definitely be something that you do once you're financially stable. Don't do it to get out of a harsh situation, because it can come back to bite you. And you do need a little bit of extra money to really test and get a feel for what's going on. And if you don't have that money, you can just run out and then you're done, right? Um, just making. Do you charge to review Shopify pages? So I have an option if you want a more personalized review. I do store review streams if you happen to get into one of those and get on my store review list. But yeah, you can pay to have a review. It's whatever you want to do. I was making sales when my store was about a week old, but haven't made a sale for about 2 weeks. Have any advice? Great question. I don't have an answer for you because I don't know the situation you're in. If you could elaborate a little bit. How much your store makes, Zach? What is your conversion rate? So I've said this a bit, and I'll say it again. I've scaled back my store big time. Largely, what I focus on now is helping other people. I have a couple clients that I work with. I'm collaborating on a store, and then with my personal store that was originally making about $100 to $200 a day. Once my product I actually found out was defective, I kind of scaled it back, and I never really got back into it. I totally could. I could even keep selling the same item and get back into it. I've just been more focused on the YouTube and like helping other people do their thing. But right now, I get some passive sales through Instagram, and each one of those sales brings me about 20, 25 bucks. And get those every once in a while. Once I really start posting on Instagram again, it's really I've just been lazy with that store. But I am trying a new store. I'm actually working on that with Brennan, so we're gonna see how that ends up going. That should be pretty fun. Yeah, that's Brennan. I agree. Been doing some testing with doing blank versus text on pic. Thanks for your content. Hope to see you blow up soon. Thanks, Subi. I really hope that I blow up as well. Hopefully not. You didn't mean that physically, because that would be horrific. Yes, there's an option on Facebook. Okay, awesome. On the Instagram thing, thanks. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, stop commenting. There's a lot of comments. Let me catch up. Hi, Zach. I've been working on my first store, and I don't think it'll ever be 100% complete. I just want people to see it. Do I just start Facebook ads even though I have no social media following? Yeah. Don't worry about your store being perfect. I know a lot of people get very anal about it. There's like two sides of the spectrum. There's like people who don't try at all, which crap, or there's people that are too concerned about their store being perfect. And even on my store right now that I've been working on for well over a year, just like I said, I've been working on it for over a year. I'm constantly tweaking things, changing things. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your sales pages should be pretty close to perfect, but the general website itself doesn't have to be too big. So yeah, and you even if you have no social media following, run ads. I started running ads when I had 0 likes on Facebook, and now my page is up to 35,000. It's like 34,000 likes on Facebook. It's pretty crazy. Awesome. Thanks, Zach. You're welcome. I started a store in the fashion niche, and I am having a hard time finding good Instagram influencers. I only seem to find fake accounts. I've tried doing Facebook ads, and I only seem to get good engagement, but no sales. Also tried Fiverr. Oh, don't use Fiverr. Fiverr is the absolute worst. Okay, it's all fake traffic, all fake engagement. Don't do that. The fashion niche is a very, very difficult niche to break into. I was saying this earlier. You might not have been in the stream, but when you do a fashion niche, you really need to make sure you put faces to the brand, and you're not just selling clothes. So you might want to have people model your clothes and then advertise it that way, and kind of promote a certain lifestyle. Influencers are very hard for that. Just the general fashion, unless you have something very, very unique, you're really going to struggle with this. So I would definitely try and build a solid brand, like on Instagram, with some legitimate models wearing your clothing, promoting a certain lifestyle, just a bunch of like consistency between everything you're doing, and hopefully build up a following that way. That's definitely what you're going to get for the long term, because if you just kind of do like the blast a piece of clothing on Facebook, I've never really seen that take off. I could be wrong, and I know there are stores that do that, but I haven't seen it done very well. All right, let's see. Best niches for spring summer 2018. Any niche. I mean, I don't really know what to say. Pretty much any niche. There are some niches that are more seasonal, like bathing suits and everything. Like if you search for bathing suits on Google Trends, there's a spike right around the start of summer. But every niche is year-round success. By the way, when scaling, do I edit the ad that's running itself or duplicate? You can do either. Really, if you're changing it by 10 or 20%, if the ad dies, it's not because you edited the budget. It's just because the ad died and you got unlucky. So it's really whatever you want to do. I always just like changing the budget on the ad itself. Just, it keeps it simpler. I don't have a ton of different ads running. So that's what I do, but it comes down to personal preference. I eventually would like to bulk order clothing with my custom logo on them in order to heighten profit margins and ship faster. However, I'm based in Australia, so I won't be able to fulfill from here. How do I go about this? You can ship it to a supply or what's the word I'm looking for? Warehouse. Really anywhere in the world. There are a bunch of warehouses that do fulfillment, so you can look into that. I definitely look into it when you get a high budget or a high order volume, because if you're just starting out, you don't want to waste your money buying a ton of bulk. But yeah, there definitely are warehouses all over the world that do fulfillment for you, so that would be something you'd look into. Literally typing as I drive. Dude, do not crash. That would be terrible, and I would feel very guilty. Entrepreneur Talk. Hey, what's up, man? Nice to see you in here. Awesome. For a first ad on Facebook, do you recommend doing a $10 PPE ad? I always do $5 PPE ads to test the product, the audience, and all that. And I do Generally with PPE ads, you want to launch like 10 at a time. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's the best way that you're going to really find the results and the audience that you need and the product copy and picture that you're going to be using. Because there's so many variants you test at once, you can test it all in like 2 days, and then you'll find a winner, and then you go from there instead of testing like one day. Okay, let me tweak a little something, try it this day. Then before you know it, a month has passed and you haven't even found the winning thing. So I know it sounds crazy. It might not be feasible for you if you don't have that much money, but bulk doing PPE ads and seeing which ones perform the best and then switching them to conversion from there, or even sticking with PPE, is the absolute best method for that. Thanks. I chose it because it's something I'm into, but now I'm getting to see it's very tough. It is tough, but if you have the drive to do it, there are definitely people that succeed. One of my clients actually that I work with, they order clothes that they don't get them from AliExpress, but they get them from like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the wholesale suppliers, and they sell them. They actually have a brick and mortar store and they sell online. So it's very possible. They just have really awesome branding. They get clothes that all are very similar to each other, not like similar looking, but they fit the same kind of aesthetic. So that's how they go about doing that. Okay, I'm confident that my product is a winning product. Therefore, should I still use PPE ads or just go into conversion? Yeah, so people generally are like, oh, don't do PPE ads, but they're actually fantastic. And if you have a product that's more kind of viral, and if you can really show it off in a video, PPE ads are fantastic because it pretty much makes the product go viral, which is awesome if you have like a good enough budget, obviously, or a good audience and people are sharing it. But I mean, I'd test it, and I'd also just use a little bit of just kind of brain power here, being like, would this product succeed more as a thing that goes viral and a ton of people see it and then convert off of it? Or should I have more of a targeted conversion ad targeting very specific people, right? It's up to you. You can try both. Both of those strategies work really well. So yeah, just try it out. If so, what sort of budget? Start once you've tested and you have the right audience. This is a big, make sure your audience is good. You can start conversion ads. I generally start at like $10 to $20 a day. Generally, probably more at 20 if I'm very confident in the product and audience. And PPE ads, pretty much the same thing, $10 or $20 a day. You can obviously start at more if you're excited about it. You know it's good, but really just around that range is pretty good. PPE or website conversion, new pixel. If you have a new pixel, probably PPE would be best, because website conversion, it definitely does need more of a pixel to really help you convert. So PPE would get a lot of people starting to see your brand, see your website, and start going to that. So I ran, for myself, when I was starting my first website, I ran PPE almost exclusively, and it actually worked really well for my product. It doesn't work for everybody what I did, but I ran PPE exclusively, and then from that, I started doing some conversion ads that were more retargeting. But new pixel, yeah, definitely make sure you're getting a lot of information on that. Conversion ads definitely won't do as well with the new pixel, but they'll get better over time. How can I find suppliers besides AliExpress? Sorry, I'm a newbie in the dropshipping area. That's fine. There's a bunch of wholesale clothing suppliers online. If you just search wholesale clothing, you can find them. I was actually looking into starting like my own clothing brand a little while ago, and I actually found a bunch of resources online, and they're pretty readily available. So that's all you have to look for. You can look DHgate as well. Alibaba is fantastic if you want to get more of a bulk thing and actually supply them yourself. So that's an option. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of wholesale suppliers out there. You just have to search for them. A lot of them within the US too, which is great. Started a swimsuit brand with my girlfriend. We first started it and we made 5 sales. Oh, Sam, you messaged me on Instagram. Yeah, I just haven't gotten I haven't gotten around to getting back to you. Should I try, since we have only made 1 sale and it's been about 2 weeks, should I try Facebook again? Yeah, so the swimsuit brand, this pretty much goes along with Carla's clothing brand. You have to make sure that your advertising and your branding is absolutely on point. Like I said in that one video of Sunny Co Clothing, they did this really well, where they made their branding pretty consistent through things. That's great that you got 5 sales, so you know at least something's working. I'm hoping you made profit off of that. If you made profit off of that, that's great. Try and replicate what you did, but tweak some things around a little bit. But most came. Oh, okay. So most came from Instagram, not Facebook ads. Did they come from Instagram shoutouts or organic Instagram reach? If they came through organic reach, that's fantastic. Tell me more about that because I want to keep doing this. I want to keep touching on that little topic right there. Good questions so far. I'm really enjoying this. Hey, how's the stream? Is it lagging for you guys? I tweaked some things around with the stream settings, and I think I've got it at a good point. I'm very excited. It doesn't look like there's any lag. The stream looks very healthy. That's great. Awesome. Awesome. You guys are great. Thank you. I've only got 12 viewers in here right now. I started streaming very, very late. Kind of a bummer. But we were going to go to the gym pretty early, and then something came up, and then got to go to the gym. So we did that. This is chill, though. When there's like not too many comments, so I don't get too far behind. I feel very at peace. But I think I'm going to keep the stream going until 12 o'clock. The sales came from following people that were also following other major swimsuit accounts. Haven't made a sale from any account. Okay, so this is something that I actually do with my brand. So I created a separate Instagram account. And I sell a particular type of product on this website. It's not the only type of product I sell, but it's a like certain kind, right? And there's a few products, individual products that fit under this umbrella, right? So I created a separate Instagram account under this umbrella product. And then I went ahead and I spam follow people on it. And it also has SEO ranking in the Instagram search, which is kind of fun. I get a few visitors a day on my website from that alone. I spam follow people, and pretty much every time I spam follow people, I get a like. Now, what you really need to make sure you're doing is when you are following these people, you're going to get a lot of profile views. And I'm actually going to look right now on my thing because I want to see how many profile views I've gotten in the past 7 days. And I only did this once this week. Okay, so I spam followed people for about 5 minutes. I got 35 profile visits subsequently. This means 35 people were interested in actually seeing what I was after I followed them, and I made sure like I was very distinct. They know what I'm selling immediately. Like I make it very. My name is the product, right? So they know what I'm selling. But they go onto the page, and then my bio is set up to be a little sales pitch. And then I have how many posts? I have 14 pictures on there showing all the different products that I have. They're high quality pictures. I even have a video on here too, and it converts off of that. It's ridiculous, and these are pretty high ticket items. These make like $20 to $25 each. But every time I do that, I pretty much always get a sale. It's kind of fun. And then yeah, it ranks in SEO. Like if you search for the product, it comes up first. So I get several visitors from that alone. So fun fact, I set this account up like last summer and then I didn't touch it. But I was looking through my website traffic about a month or two ago, and I saw a lot of people were coming from Instagram and they were landing on this product. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This account is still doing things. So I looked, and yeah, sure enough, people were still visiting my website from this account. So it's absolutely, and I definitely think you should do this. I've seen nobody else do this strategy. Or if I've probably seen people, but it hasn't registered. But it's a really cool strategy. And I mean, if you just make it for the product and nobody else is selling that product, it's pretty cool. I've gotten several $100s from this account alone. So it's pretty sweet. A lot of international though, and which is kind of a pain. I got one from Nigeria, and the way they have their addresses set up was very, very bizarre. It took me like an hour to figure out where to ship it to. Do you always recommend to have an Instagram store for your drop shipping store Instagram page? Yes, I think it's fantastic. It's a great way to showcase products and especially show the lifestyle that you're trying to sell with your products and the lifestyle behind the brand that you form for your website. I think it's fantastic. And additionally, with Instagram now, you can do product pages. or not product pages, product tagging, which is awesome. People can go straight to your product from the pictures, so they like shop your feed. It's a great thing to have. So yes, I'd highly recommend doing that. A semi-famous Instagram fashion influencer asked me to send them stuff for a promo post plus story. However, they made the post but didn't make the story. That's horrific. So first of all, I'm sorry that happened to you. Second of all, if someone contacts you asking to send them stuff, don't do it. Generally, the people that you really want to show on are just waiting for people to come to them. If they're approaching you, they're desperate and they're not that high quality. So don't do that anymore in the future. I guess that was a little bit of an expensive lesson to learn. 3.1 million followers. Wow, where did they get off? That's terrible. Yeah, you'd think with that many followers, they'd really honor what they say. That's absolutely crazy. I've never had that happen to me before. Every account that I've done an Instagram shout out on, they've honored everything. Actually, some of them go above and beyond. I think you just got very unlucky with that. So yeah, avoid them like the plague. I don't want to have rating reviews show on my site since there's no post yet, but how should I start collecting them until I have enough for my site? So with my reviews, I don't actually get legitimate customer reviews from my store. I get them from AliExpress. I import them because it's not like faking reviews, right? You're still importing legitimate reviews for the product. You're just putting it on your actual store. That's what I do. I use the app Review, RYVIU. Google it because it's not on the Shopify store. I do that and I import reviews, and that's what I do. You think it's worth paying $500 a month for a mentor making $300K a month? Debating if it's worth spending money or learning myself. I would recommend learning yourself. Okay, everything that I've learned myself. Generally, for a mentor, what pretty much so what I've learned about mentors is that they're not so much someone like telling you what to do, right? They're just kind of someone that you really relate with and you're able to bounce ideas off of and just have like that positive energy flowing between you. For about $500 a month for a guy making $300K a month, that's crazy. I don't think that this person is going to have enough time. He said he's going to go into my ad manager and manage campaigns himself for $500 a month. If he's making $300K a month, I'd be sketched. Like if I was making $500K a month, I wouldn't even blink at the idea of spending my time working on somebody's store for under $20 a day. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Obviously, I don't know the mentor. I don't know the relationship you have with them thus far, but it's kind of bizarre. I don't know. That's just my view. Even at the point I'm at right now, which I'm not rich by any means, but I don't think I'd take $500 a month to manage someone else's ad campaigns. I generally want more than that. But he showed video proof. Would it be possible for you to show me the mentor? Can you DM me on Instagram? I'm actually curious. Instagram link is actually okay. Quick self-promotion time. First of all, like this stream if you're liking things. Hit that like button. That helps me. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I think you guys are all subscribers. And then follow my Instagram. I think it's the bottom link in the description. Go ahead and follow that. I want to grow more of my personal brand. I like having more of like a personal connection. That's kind of fun. Yeah, but yeah, DM me on Instagram. I'm curious to see who this mentor is. Which Instagram feed? Hey, Brotherhood. Nice to see you, man. Awesome. I have Entrepreneur Talk and Brotherhood in here. Nice to see you. Getting the whole community going. Which Instagram feed app do you like? Could you make a video on how to set up and tag them with the app? Yeah, whatchamacallit? It is Buffer. Buffer is a very cool app. I can definitely make a video on that. My plan is to get 100 orders through Instagram influencers and then use the data to do website conversion ads on Facebook. What do you mean the data? Do you mean like making lookalike audiences? If so, you need 1,000 orders at least for that to make like a good influencer. So, or not a good influencer, a good lookalike audience. So that's with that. Yeah, Brotherhood has made some good videos. We've actually been talking Instagram DMs. He's actually got some really cool insight into things, which is pretty fun. Um, Thank you so much, mate, for all you provide. You're welcome. Very excited to do your store review. Talk to you a little bit more. But yeah, I this is super fun. Obviously, if I was just doing this because like, oh, I want money, blah blah blah, I would not be live streaming on a Thursday night when I have two exams. But honestly, this is super fun. Do you design your own stores or do you have a designer? I design my own stores. Which is pretty fun. I actually love designing stores. It's absolutely fantastic. I was considering doing a service for designing stores, but it takes a lot of time. What is your take on Team Jet Set, eCommerce and Dropship to go? I don't know too much about them, honestly. I know I have not gotten good vibes from them, but I don't know enough about them to really really say too much. But I'm not feeling legit until further proof is given on them. I'm just not really liking the way they do things. Did you ever have the problem of putting too many products on your store? Juicy stuff? Yay! Dude, I'm hyped. I'm loving what you're doing right now. Keep doing it. Like nobody's gotten an insight to what they're doing, so this is fantastic. Yeah, keep me posted on that. Yeah, did you ever see the problem of putting too many products on your store? Yes, don't do that, okay? Generally, you only want about 30 to 50 products on a store because you're really not going to be selling more than that. And when you do have more products on your store, it hurts you because people are going to get kind of distracted amongst the crap products and they're not going to be able to see your best converting products. So only put your best, like your most confident, highest converting, coolest looking products on your site. Don't feel that you need to fill it up. My first site, I sold purses and I put 150 purses on the website. I sold zero. You know how much time I wasted putting all those purses on my store? So much time. It was absolutely crap. Don't do that. Don't worry about putting too many products on there. For me, designing stores is actually really hard. Would you say it would be worth hiring a designer? Um, no, I can't. I can't vouch for that because because of the fact that really the Shopify themes are pretty customizable and they look totally fine as they are, even if you don't switch around anything. I really like to go into the code of my themes and change things up, change the styling, the spacing, a bunch of the different like fonts and colors and everything. I personally go into the code and do that, which isn't easily done by everybody else, but that's something that I really, really like to do. But I wouldn't vouch for trying to get someone to do it. You can just pretty easily go on and mess around with a free template, change a few of the colors and everything, and it's going to look fine. Brotherhood suck. Cool to make friends without even talking with each other. Yeah, it is kind of fun. I've really my only connection to the e-commerce YouTubers is Brennan, and he's my roommate. But yeah, Brotherhood, Entrepreneur Talk. Good to see you guys. Really hope we can get a cool little connection going. I like having more of a connection and not keeping everything kind of segmented because then there's competition too, which I don't like. I just like everyone trying to give their own takes on things. So it's kind of fun. I like seeing you guys around. And if you live stream, I will watch it. I don't know if you've live streamed Entrepreneur Talk, but if you do, I'll stop by. Should you build your site around the look of mobile view or desktop? Generally, on my store, my Facebook ads, I primarily only do mobile only. But I wouldn't build a store around one view or the other. I would make it look pretty equally good on both of them. Now, I feel that mobile converts a lot better, so maybe optimize for that if I had to choose, but definitely try and make them as even as possible. Do you think it's a good idea to invest in Copigan app? They make good product descriptions. No, I wouldn't do that. You'll get the swing of things for sure on setting up product descriptions. It does take a little bit to get the swing of things, but just look at other, existing stores and see how they're doing it. Maybe get a feel for like a voice for your brand and write that. You really don't have to pay other people to do that for you. Super interested in live streaming. We'll definitely be doing some live stuff in the future. Awesome. I will get in on that. That's awesome. What type PayPal account we need for Shopify store? I have a business account. You need a business account. Go ahead and get that bad boy set up. It's very easy. Oh, and also keep in mind my store is mobile optimized. 90% of traffic is mobile when reviewing my store. Thanks again, my man. Oh yeah, no problem. I'll go ahead and turn on the mobile view when I'm doing that as well. I can see how things look. It'll be fun. Kyle Scott. I don't have sunglasses I could throw on right there, but any experience with page designer apps? No. Like I said, I've done everything myself, so I haven't really had any of those apps that do things for you. So no, I'm sure there are some resources on elsewhere on YouTube that you could find for that, but everything I do with store design is myself. And I can make another video on store design if you want me to. Tell me what topic you want, because there's a lot I could talk about with store design. It's probably one of my favorite areas of e-commerce. So let me know. I'm just gonna check my phone. I don't think I've texted my girlfriend back in like an hour. Store design is also my fave. Yes, store design is absolutely awesome. Is accepting only credit cards really? Yeah, it hurts a lot. People really like to pay with PayPal. I've gotten I'd say about a 33% PayPal rate on my orders. Wi-Fi only for Facebook ads? Um, you can try it. I've never messed around with that before. I've messed around with iOS versus Android, but never Wi-Fi and 4G or network. So yeah, you can try it. It definitely would make sense, that logic you're saying right there. So if you could make a video talking about how you go about designing pages in your store, that would be awesome. Yeah, dude, I can go full in depth, even tweaking the product pages, like adding my special little code to it. I can totally do that because I really don't see a lot of people doing that, but it's pretty fun. I absolutely love optimizing product pages. And I need to really get into ClickFunnels because it's like a giant product page. It's awesome. I really need to get into that. Do you by any chance know what's happening with the Recart app? No. I'm not running Recart on my store right now, but I was about to actually install it on the new store I'm making. So that is fantastic. I will look into that. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty temporary if Facebook's updating something right now, but I'll look into it. And Recart should probably issue a statement on that. How do you deal with refund requests through PayPal? Um, I I've actually won all but one. And as long as you're honest with them and you're like, hey, on my product page, I said, because with my people, they were all very, very irrational. Nobody was like, oh, I didn't get my product, blah, blah, blah. They were like, my product has not arrived in 7 days, refund me now. And I'm like, on my product page, I said 2 to 4 weeks, please allow. And I've won those cases entirely. I only lost one case, I think, because I just didn't look at it, and PayPal just automatically refunded them. But honestly, you should be pretty fine. If someone's like, hey, I didn't get my order, just contact them and be like, hey, so sorry about that. We'll send you a new one. I did that for somebody else too. Do you have any help from any groups or people when first starting out? So yeah, big shout out to Franklin Hatchett. He's actually the guy that I learned a lot of beginner info from. His Facebook group, Online Samurais, I've been a part of, and I absolutely, it's a fantastic group. There's a lot of knowledgeable people in there. That was like my group that I was part of. I never bought Frank's course though. I didn't look too much into what he did, but he did teach me a very decent amount. Not like me personally, but like through his videos and everything. Once again, Franklin Hatchett. I want to give him a shout out because he's an awesome dude. He's huge. He makes a crap ton of money off of selling all this stuff, but I wanted to give him a shout out. Nobody really talks about changing the code of the page. Great idea for a video. Yeah, really, I've never seen that. I've just learned it myself, just tweaking things. So that should be pretty fun. Have you ever tried content marketing such as blog posts for e-commerce? I haven't. Um, I'm in a niche that could have blog posts, and I looked to get into it. I just couldn't come up with the right content because it's not a niche I'm passionate about. So I would have had to outsource articles, which I totally could if I wanted to get into it, and I probably could have ranked well in SEO. It's just not something I pursued. because I didn't really see it benefiting my niche or my store too much within my niche, but it has fantastic potential. And if you have like a survival niche or anything like that where you can write blog posts, especially informative ones, like if you have a dog, you can be like the best food to feed your dog, blah blah blah, and get a bunch of SEO rankings. That can work really well. So, okay. When I drop ship a product in US, then e-packet and shipping rate is low. Oh, badass. No way. She had an extra one?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yo, a mango Rita. This is awesome. Is it a twist off? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Well, that's good. This is going to make the next hour go. Yeah. Well, I didn't buy this. This was Brendan's girlfriend gave it to me. So shout out. This is okay. Screw the difference between man drinks and girly drinks. I will take a girly drink any day of the week. Okay, like go for taste. I'm not going to get screwed up, right? Come on. I almost spilled it all over my laptop. What is the biggest drop shipping Shopify store you know? There are a few. There are, if I want to name some few right now, there's Kylie Jenner. She's not really a drop shipping store, right? They have their own brand and everything. If it's straight up drop shipping, there's TrendyShack.com. There's SugarandCotton.com has a crap ton. There's Dealman Shop. There's Gamis. There's a bunch of them out there. It's absolutely crazy. Let's see what else we got in here. Let's see if I missed any. A lot of people laughing at my drinking. We got a sale and she's messaging us asking where it is. It's been almost a month since she's ordered. It's super delayed. You can say, hey, wait a month, or not wait a month. I'd say wait a week. And if there's still no movement, we will send you another one. Just give her about a week, see if it moves, and then send her another one. It's not that big of a deal. Just do that because you don't want to charge back. Is Hayden Bowles legit? So I don't know. I know he has a very wealthy family. So here's the thing. Talia. Oh, really, Brotherhood? Very, very juicy information. So here's the two sides that can happen here. He's not legit. He faked it until he made it, and now all the money he gets is through YouTube. Through YouTube, his course selling, anything else he's selling, right, like that. And that's fine. You can totally do that. Hell, down the line, that might even be where I'm at. Now, the problem is that he tries to pass it off as he makes all his money through drop shipping. That's if he was just straight up and like, hey, I make all my money through YouTube. Okay, I'd have respect for the dude. But when you're lying about where you're making your money from, that's kind of crap. But if he is legit, he came from a rich family, so he had a lot of capital to start and test, so things were a lot easier for him, and he makes things seem a lot easier than they are. Now, he does give really, really good content now, more on like the entrepreneurial online money aspect. Like, I don't really like his Shopify content that much, but pretty much anything else he talks about, he's very articulate, and I do like what he does. No hating on the guy. He's doing fantastic. I just wish he was a little bit more straightforward with where he's getting his money. Hayden's site got leaked. Interesting. I want to see it. I love seeing these guru sites. I actually... I'm not going to say. Okay. When I dropship product in US, then e-packet and shipping rate is low, but when I got order in Russia, there's no e-packet and other shipping rate is high. Just ship the crap shipping, the one that takes a while, and because I'm imagining AliExpress free shipping is available for it, and then just tell them, hey, it's going to take a little bit longer. Somebody said he left his analytics code or something in his videos, and someone found his site and said it was bad with pixelated graphics. Yeah, he might have faked it then. I honestly don't know. In a comment today, Thaddeus said he's making a proof video tomorrow. Interesting. I'm curious. I'm not hating on these guys. I want them to prove to me that they're legitimate. I really do. Because a lot of people have trusted them, and if they are legitimate, then okay, they're given information that worked for them. So we'll see. Thoughts on Dan DeSilva, one of the most legit gurus out there. I do think he's legit. I've never found his content that good. I'm gonna be honest with you. It never resonated with me, but I don't think he's a scammer. But yeah, as Sean just said, he's a very good teacher. Hey Zach, just got on the stream. Appreciate the honesty in your vids. Of course, I always try and keep things honest. On the topic of fake Shopify gurus. Oh, so I exposed Amber. She's fake. In my video where I parodied dropshipping gurus, I actually called out her $50,000 in a day video, and today she deleted it. She deleted that video. And that just proves to me that she's fake. She's entirely crap. She's just repeating the same crap information. She started her YouTube channel with a course, meaning she was trying to make money right from the start. Absolutely crap. She's fake. No. Yeah. No, straight up, go watch that video. I legit show right there that it's fake, and it's just obvious looking at everything she does. Like, I don't want to hate on people, but when you're blatantly fake like that, I will call you out. Yeah, she was actually the first girl dropshipper I've ever seen. I was like, wow, a girl dropshipper? And then I saw that video and I was like, okay, maybe something's got to be done about this. Yaus, I believe, is legit. Yaus is actually a really cool dude. He does print on demand too, which is something not a lot of people do. I like Yaus. He's pretty cool. Yeah, Yaus seems real. The girl we're talking about is Amber Tang. I think that's how you say her name. Yeah, Brotherhood. Connect with Yaus. I want to get him in on our little group. He seems like a cool guy. Mike Vestile, I don't know. I've really never watched his stuff. I get recommended his videos all the time. I don't know if he's legit or not. I know he got really wealthy off of YouTube because he blew up a while ago. So he's had a lot of time to accumulate a lot of viewers and everything. I've never watched his content, but if it's dope, like Brotherhood says, and I trust Brotherhood's content or judgment, then yeah, might be legit. Is Sebastian legit? I don't know. He makes good content, that's for sure. I don't know if he's legitimate. But he makes good content. I don't think he's clear like what Hayden does with his earnings. I think you should definitely be more legitimate about that because he's making a crap ton from his course. But he makes good content. So, what are your thoughts on Ty Lopez? Ty Lopez is doing everything right. He is fantastic. I love Ty Lopez. He didn't rent that car or the house for his video. He's actually had money for a while. He invested in like a casino. He's been doing stuff for a while. I think he's great. Now I've never like learned his 47 steps or whatever, but yeah. I think Ty Lopez is pretty cool. I don't think he's a scam artist at all. Yeah, he's definitely one of the best salesmen I've ever seen. Kevin David, I don't know. I honestly have no idea. It's my birthday and got a lot of money ready for this dropshipping thing. Awesome, Jesse. I'm excited to see what you do. Ty used to own nightclubs. Interesting. Yeah, and now he's a marketer, of course, but like how he first got his money. It's like Grant Cardone. He started off with like real estate and then built it up to just selling a bunch of information. You should buy every course. On one of the Facebook groups I'm in, someone was offering like pretty much everybody's course for a super discounted price. I was very tempted, but no. Ty was on a millionaire dating. Yeah, he's had money for a while. So I think Ty's fantastic. You have 10,000 gigabytes of courses? Jesus, how'd you get that? Oh, you're talking to that guy. Yeah. Dropship lifestyle. He is legit. Dropship lifestyle. That's the type of person. That's really what I'm trying to make my channel to be like. He's very legitimate. He knows what he's doing. He makes very good content. He's very introspective, and he doesn't try and hype up dropshipping like a get rich quick thing. 10 terabytes. Can you send that to me? Sean, hit up my Instagram. This live was not on for 4 hours. I started streaming at 10. Yeah, I started streaming at 10. First diary. I love you too. Yeah, Sean, hit me up. It'd actually be fantastic. Yeah, people's kid. I do agree. His crypto push was a little bit sketch. I do like him selling kind of his entrepreneurial knowledge, but when it gets into that, it's a little bit but no Thad. Ugh. I wanted Thad. That was the whole reason why I asked you. Not really. I just want to see what you have. 1,500. What courses do you recommend? Buy me. Buy my course. Give me money. I need money. I need to buy more of these mango Ritas. I'm kidding, by the way. I really hope that I don't come across as a guy that's just trying to sell my course. I made the course because I actually had a lot of people requesting. They were like, hey, can you make a course? I'm like, okay, why am I going to pass that up? I really wanted, I made the course for people that really like my content and want kind of it all consolidated into an 8-hour jam-packed thing. So that's why I made that. If you could make a series on designing a store and product pages, you would be a legend. I could start one from scratch. I do that in my course, which would be great. I do that in my course, but I can see if I can do that in a video. Probably not as detailed because my course took a month to make, but I can look into that. Taking 50 courses on Amazon is the reason I make $5K a month from Amazon. Wow, dude, you're awesome. Oh, my Instagram is the fourth link in my description down below. It's Zachary_Inman. Hit me up. Follow me. I'm buying your course next week. Oh, awesome, dude. Even though my store is live, I'm sure it'll help. I'm sure too, and you get access to my Facebook group, so you get a more direct line of content, my private Facebook group, so that would be pretty fun. You're better off in the long run learning for yourself and spending the money on startup costs, but Zach has more information than anyone else I've seen.